Yeah, basically today my mother came over. I'm thankful to the Pakistani government for showing this grand gesture and allowing this meeting. It was a very pleasant one, and my mother was basically very happy to see me in a good state.
The shoes of the wife of Sri Jadhav were not returned to her after the meeting. We would caution against any mischievous intent in this regard. From the feedback we have received of the meeting, it appears that Sri Jadhav was under considerable stress and is speaking in an atmosphere of coercion. Most of his remarks were clearly tutored and designed to perpetuate the false narrative of his alleged activities in Pakistan.
He again admitted his involvement in espionage, terrorism and subversive activities against Pakistan and expressed remorse at the resultant loss of precious innocent lives. All these were directly sponsored by RAW. Let us be very clear that Commander Jadhav is the face of Indian terrorism.
I saw fear in the eyes of my mother and my wife. There shouldn't be fear in the eyes of my mother and my wife. They have been threatened. The Indian diplomat or the Indian person who had come along with my mother was shouting on my mother the moment she stepped out, or he was yelling at her. Had she been brought under threat here?
He was sitting behind at least 2 soundproof glass enclosures. How could he have possibly heard the Indian diplomat shouting at his mother?
That clarifies that is a propagandist material which they are using for certain objectives for their audience, local audience, domestic audience in Pakistan.
Kulbhushan Jadhav, although there was a glass wall that separated the family with Kulbhushan, but they were connected through the intercom all the while, and that is how they were interacting in the first place. And this is exactly how he overheard that Indian diplomat.
Now the problem with the video is that in this, Commander Jadhav is parroting Pakistan's line, talking about how his family seems to have been insulted by India. This is totally distorted. It's a complete propaganda effort by Pakistan to score cheap diplomatic brownie points.
Do away with the glass enclosures. Why have the glass enclosures in the first place?